Yo, what's up, all my elite gamers and hacksaws out there jacking into the web? And welcome back to another episode of the HoH Podcast, the return episode and the episode post-New Year's. Thank you all for joining us again. I continue to be the tasty pastry, that be donut. With me today, as always, this time, is the hunter of ghosts, the writer of books, and the slayer of lollies. Hello, Nick.
Yes, that is true.
He is the luscious, ludicrous, lovable, lustable, lickable Luna.
Please don't lick me.
He enjoys walks down the beach, the setting sun, and some quiet nights watching some new and exciting porn. Hi, Freeman.
Hello.
And finally, she likes short walks down the sidewalk, sun at noon, and she just wants some goddamn peace and quiet for just 5 seconds. Ain't that right, Miss Diz?
Hell yeah.
And that's all I have set for the intro. So hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast that's something.
The podcast is indeed something.
Merry post-Christmas and Merry post-New Year.
Yes.
I'm still stuck that we opened with hacksaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's what we are.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to change every week, so be prepared.
All right.
You used to punch ghost titties.
It's true, but you still hunt them.
I am happy with hunting over punching ghost titties. Yes.
I'll punch them.
Happy post-New Year's, happy post-Christmas. How was it for you guys?
It was good. It was good. My little dog has a new little chew toy. It's a squirrel.
Aww.
What about you? You got anyone else get anything cool?
I didn't get anything cool. I mostly just give to the younger members, the kids in the family. Mostly they just got a bunch of chocolate.
Chocolate. Ooh.
Some bath bombs, and the oldest one, who is really into anime right now, got 128 gigabyte flash drive full of anime.
Nice. What about you, Luna?
I got $150 in Costco gift cards.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
That's about 2 tanks of gas.
Don't know what kind of car you're fucking driving, or maybe you're just drinking the gas.
It's not the car, it's the gas prices.
Oh.
They're very high right now.
$75?
About 60 to 70 for a full tank of gas, yeah.
You driving a Hummer? Like, what are you doing?
Is that really just the car? I mean, just the prices and not the car at all?
The car actually is pretty good on gas. The prices are... I'm gonna cut this part out. I'm gonna find...
No, it's too late. You can't cut it out because I'm talking.
It may endanger his location.
Also, can you just... We're Americans, so can you convert for us what's liters to gallons?
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah, I was gonna convert liters to... How do you guys do your gas prices down
Per
there? 'Cause
gallon.
We do...
Gallon.
Yeah, it's gallons, right? Americans.
Yeah.
So about, I think a gallon is approximately 4 liters.
That's quarts for sure, but I don't know about the liters.
1 gallon is 3.8 liters.
Yeah.
What's a liter of gas?
At Costco right now, it's about $1.40.
Yeah, so it's about $5.60 for a gallon.
Oof.
And it's been like that for about a month or two now.
Oh.
Well, you know how you solve that problem, Luna.
How do you solve that problem?
Don't drive a Hummer.
I'm not driving a Hummer!
Pretty easy.
God!
So that's Mr. Hummer over there. He's got 2 tanks of gas. How about you, Diz?
I got to be Santa, which was fun. I mean, Santa is an incredibly real and all-knowing deity, but I got to help for the first time. That really mattered because my kid was finally old enough.
Aw.
I'm glad you said that. I was about to cry.
Yeah, no, Santa is totally real, but sometimes he needs help from mommies and daddies and caregivers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually heard a pretty reasonable argument that we should be treating Christmas and Santa more like we do Halloween. Tell the kids early on, like, no, this isn't real, don't worry about it. Just get it over with immediately that Santa's real, and just be like, this is just about family getting together, and we give gifts, and it's fun.
Yeah, I haven't heard that argument, but I have heard that you should have Santa bring the little things so that when your kid goes to school and is like, Santa brought me an iPad, their friend that only got a pair of socks because it's all their parents could afford doesn't feel bad or think they weren't as good as the iPad kid.
See, I solved that problem by one day, if I ever have a kid, it's just me. There's no Santa. Santa just sells Coca-Cola. Santa doesn't bring presents.
But Santa died on the cross for our sins.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that guy. No.
My world.
Dad worked an overtime shift to buy you presents, kid, so I get all the credit.
I mean, that's reasonable. This is about coming together as a family. It's not about the gifts. The gifts are nice. We're having fun, exchanging presents because it's a nice way to show appreciation for each other, but leave it at that.
Question. You used the comparison for Halloween. Was there a point when we thought Halloween was real? And what aspects of Halloween did we think were real?
The Great Pumpkin.
No, I'm not saying that we thought Halloween was real. I'm saying that we've always treated Halloween like there's scary stuff everywhere, but we know that the people in costumes are just people. That's not an actual skeleton or a zombie rolling around. We don't tell kids that those are real skeletons and zombies.
Those weren't real skeletons and zombies?
I'm afraid not.
I like the representation that everybody is Santa. Santa is giving. It's just the personification of giving. We can all be Santa and we can all help Santa.
I like that too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So then who's Baby New Year? Because we also had New Year's.
Oh, I am, obviously.
That's a lot.
So who actually made it up to midnight on New Year?
I did.
I make it up to midnight every day.
I was awake.
Luna?
Well, let me tell you about my New Year.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
God.
I'm ready.
The story actually starts back at New Year's 2019, which is the infamous New Year's that I don't remember any of it. Not even the morning after.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, I was that blackout drunk. First time ever getting blackout drunk. First time ever throwing up for being too drunk. And the first time having a proper hangover, because that was the most I've ever drunk. Apparently, and I say apparently because, like I said, I don't remember any of it. In the morning after, I was so hungover that we watched a Disney movie or something, like 5 women, so Disney movie. No offense, Diz.
Man, women in their
Digging that hole,
Disney
baby.
movies.
And apparently, I sat on the floor with a blanket and like plated taquitos, because we had taquitos for breakfast, just staring at a wall for an hour. It was terrible, apparently. I looked miserable. And then New Year's 2022. This New Year's, what day is it? 13th? Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago. Hanging out with my friends on New Year's, and I'm like, alright guys, you know what? Fuck it, it's been a few years. We're gonna go and redo New Year's 2019. I vaguely remember some of it. I remember showing up, and we played Nintendo Land. There's a one game on there called Mario Chase. And humble brag, I am the best Mario Chase player in our friend group. And Andrea, the host, says whenever Luna, but me, drinks, he has to take a shot.
Hello, this is Editing Luna, and I can do this because I'm the editor. There's a mistake in the story. I had to take a shot whenever I won a game, not whenever I drank. My bad.
And I was like, okay. Yeah, 5 shots in, apparently I was still winning.
You're the best player in the world.
Did you learn nothing?
No.
Clearly.
I also had about half a bottle of wine and a glass of apparently some sort of vodka salad.
What?
I also remember Andrea's dad giving everyone who wanted it a shot of Crown Royale salted caramel. I don't like whiskey. Crown Royale's a whiskey, but I really like caramel, so I drank this. And after I had it, I looked at everyone and I said, oh no, I really like this. And that's about as far as I remember.
And that was of this past New Year's, right?
That was this New Year's, yeah. Apparently what else happened was we had a helium balloon. We all took some helium and then said stuff, and it was funny. I apparently laughed so hard that I threw up. I was at the bar and I was laughing so hard I just threw up, apparently. I don't remember that.
Jesus.
This was before midnight. I went outside for like 2 minutes when it was minus 20 degrees Celsius, which is about minus 4 Fahrenheit. Don't remember that either. I didn't want to come back in, apparently. That's all I remember.
I want to party with Luna. And by party, I mean put him into bed because he's a fucking danger to himself and others.
I am the best kind of drunk to be around because I'm hilarious when I'm drunk.
Are you hilarious, or are you just, like, find everything funny?
Well, that too.
Okay.
He's a happy drunk.
Yeah, and then the morning after, I remember waking up and lying on the couch for like 3 hours.
Regret all past decisions.
Yeah, there was a lot. Like, now I can look back on, like, the night and I'm like, oh, yeah, like, apparently I had fun. Apparently everyone else had fun. Good times. The morning after, though, I was like, fucking kill me.
Well, I'd like to just thank you, Luna, for really embodying whatever that guy's name from my last story was. Leader guy? Oh, yardstick guy. That's it.
How do you not know your friend's name?
I know his name, but I don't remember what we called him. But now he's yardstick guy. So thank you, Luna, for really being a yardstick guy and from saving me from having to tell a story this week. So thank you.
You're welcome.
He did good job.
Yes, thank you, Luna.
Thank you, Luna.
Thank you for sacrificing your body for our enjoyment.
If nothing, I am entertaining.
Just like Santa.
Yes.
Just like sacrificing himself for our naughtiness, sins, entertainment.
Naughtiness?
Drink the blood, eat of the flesh. That's what we do.
Is it?
We need to talk later.
Wait,
We celebrate very different Christmases.
it's the only way to stay clean.
But anyway, do we have anything planned for this podcast?
We could go with what I was going to discuss last podcast, but we just went way over.
Hit it, Nick.
I was going to ask everybody what they had in their backlog that they wanted to get to, in their gaming backlog.
So many things.
Well, then that's great, because Nick can start us off.
I can. I have been recently, finally, finishing up Horizon Zero Dawn. I had to start over again because I hadn't played since it came out. And I didn't remember anything of the plot or anything that had come before, so I just had to start all the way over.
Oh, a refresher.
And it is taking a long time. I forgot how many hours that game is. It is quite a lot. But it is fun, so I regret nothing so far. I also have several other games I want to finish up. The first of the newest Tomb Raider games that came out. The other one, I still got to beat Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. I really enjoy that game. It's just, I'm surprisingly bad at it, considering I've played and beat every other Metal Gear Solid game. It's just, for some reason, this one's just...
Is there a particular mechanic, like stealth mechanics or combat?
Unlike the other Metal Gear games, generally you're inside a lot of buildings, there's a lot more cover, but there's one particular map I get to, and the enemies are just roaming around in a certain way that I can't stealth kill everybody before the others find out. They'll either wake up or they'll be found. Because I take my time. I'm really slow with stealth, but I do it efficiently. There's always like one person that gets found, and then they just happen to find wherever I'm hiding at the time, no matter where I go. I do play on the hardest level, though, so that the AI search is a little bit harder on the highest level, but...
We got ourselves a pro over here.
I love the Metal Gear games despite how Konami treated their staff.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple other companies going through that kind of disappointment right about now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of... Was it Riot? Who's really bad on the chopping block right now?
I think Blizzard's the main one, right? Right now that everyone's hating.
Riot, Blizzard, Activision are like the main three that come to mind. Although Riot's trying something at least.
Riot is the one who recently had the sexual harassment case go up.
I don't think they're the only ones.
Didn't all of them have one of those?
Blizzard had one. Blizzard had a couple.
Let's just stop playing video games. I have a backlog a mile long. I could play games and never have to buy one again.
Every game creator's shouting, no!
Money!
It's like I can afford the game at this point.
Also true. What about you, Luna?
So, in my Steam library, I have averagely enough categorized my games. The games I think they're like literally greatest games of all time. I've got some VR games in there. Rainy day category for games that are just like, I'm kind of sad. I want to play a soft game kind of thing. And then I have a category called Finish It, which are games I started and haven't completed. There's 28 in there. And then there's games called Play It, which are the games that I actually do want to play at some point. There are 56 in that category.
Wow.
What's the main in your Finish It one? Ones that you started but never finished?
Oh, Jesus Christ. The most egregious one, I think, would be Subnautica Below Zero, because I played Subnautica, the original one, when it was in early access. Played through it for most of its early access release. That was one of the games where I actually put in quite a bit of time and also sent a lot of feedback to devs about it. And then Subnautica Below Zero was announced, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm buying this, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to wait for it to be fully released so I kind of burnt myself out in the first game, basically. And I'm going to wait for the game to be finished, and then I'm going to play it all. And I'm about 2/3 of the way through since I last picked it up, which was almost a month ago. I have 40 hours in this game, and I need about 20 more to beat it. Hades only because I'm playing it on and off, and to quote finish Hades takes a while. I finally killed my dad.
So worth it though.
It is worth it. It was, when I got on the surface, it was absolutely heart-wrenching, and now I'm like, oh, I gotta do this more. It was also a very large surprise to me when I finally moved his health bar down to 0, and I was in a call with my friends. I'm like, I think I'm gonna kill Hades here. And my friend goes, oh, you're on the second phase already? And I'm like, the what?
Oh.
And then I died.
Been there.
I didn't pick it up, but I got Cyberpunk 2077 for Christmas this year. I started it. It's on the list. Oh, nope. Here's the most egregious game. It's Celeste. I have beaten the main story, but there's 8 chapters in the base game, and then the devs released free DLC 9th chapter, which is the hardest chapter in the game by far. And I told myself, I'm going to 100% this game one day. It is going to be one of the few games that I will 100%. Last played in April 2021.
Eventually it'll happen.
One day.
Just not today.
One day. That's the one that makes me the most ashamed to see it on my finish it list. Because I love that game so much.
Well, how about you, Donut? That's me. I'm throwing out of order. Keep you on your toes. Keep you on your toes, people. Arguably, every game on my Steam list is a finish it game, because I am notorious to myself as someone that rarely finishes a game. I used to finish my games, but now I don't know. Maybe it's because I pick a lot of fucking RPGs like a smart man that I am, or whatever reason. I get halfway in, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, and then I just stop. It's one of the worst things I do.
I feel that in my soul.
I mean, just for a few things, it's like, I should really finish this because I know it's good. I really should finish BioShock Infinite again, but I haven't done it. I finished it once back when it came out on 360, I believe, but haven't beaten it on the internets. What's it called? Steam? Steam. Other games that I know I should beat: Dragon Age Inquisition. Have it. Love that game. Probably should beat it. Probably should.
Heard it's good.
It's the best Dragon Age that they released. I mean, they've only released 3, but out of the 3, it's really good. Monster Hunter Rise, love that game. Put like 20 hours in on the Switch. Just bought it because it came out yesterday on PC. Like, yeah, gonna play it again. Realized I'm level 1. Ooh,
Oof.
That's, yeah. Especially when you're high level Monster Hunter, that shit hurts. When you have to go back down to just base. I mean, the biggest one that I'm like, fuck, I need to play this, especially right now, is Final Fantasy XIV. I got 120 hours. I've gone through the base game. I've gone through, what's the name of the first expansion? I feel bad now. I got through all the first expansion with the dragons, done that. I was heading into Stormblood, feeling good, loving it, level 60. I just stopped playing it. I know it's great. I want to keep going. The final expansion just came out. Haven't touched it. I mean, beyond that, Witcher 3 got it on sale for $5. Great game. Should really play it. Nope. Haven't touched it yet. Really want to. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Fantastic.
I need to beat that too.
I'm already 25 hours in. It's getting good. Should really get further. Haven't touched it yet, though. Just stuck at that 25 hours.
So no one here has beaten that one, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I want to because it's good, and I know it's good, but I just haven't fucking pushed through it.
Exactly, same.
I'm like, all right, I want to do it, but I also know, fuck, this is probably going to be another 20 hours that I got to put in. Ooh, Phasmophobia. Yes, please, real quick game. Halo Infinite. Love Halo. I've played every Halo except for 5. Haven't played 5. But I've played every other Halo game. Need to beat it. The gameplay's amazing. The story's but the gameplay's amazing, and I want to keep playing it, but at the same point, I need to, but I don't. It sucks, and I hate it. Even like the simple shit. Okay, I have Black Mesa downloaded. It's just Half-Life. Easy enough to run through Half-Life again. Should only take like 8 hours, maybe less. 2 hours in. Haven't touched it.
You've got a list.
I mean, my whole fucking Steam library is a list of games that I should beat. The last thing that I beat, I'm pretty sure, was Borderlands 3. Which, it's not great.
So I've heard.
I didn't like it either.
I played that game with just a frown on my face. I beat it, and I was frowning the whole time.
What I have heard is the gameplay is pretty good. The shooting is excellent, best in the series. But the story is actually flat garbage.
I think the best way to play Borderlands 3 is to turn off the sound and play the game. Skip every cutscene, don't read any dialogue. Just play the gameplay part, and it's great.
What about the soundtrack?
Is
the soundtrack good?
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a song. The only song I remember is the ending credit song where they play That Girl Is on Fire.
Oh, really?
But otherwise, it's shitty. And the zones are kind of cool. The different planets, although they're pretty small, but it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's Borderlands 3. If someone's like, you want to play Borderlands? I'll play Borderlands 2 again. I'll even play Borderlands 1 again.
What about the pre-sequel?
No, that was at the bottom. Pre-sequel's not good.
Fair.
Pre-sequel's bad. That's the one game where I haven't finished it, and I never will because it's bad.
If you love Lilith, like if you just have a hard-on for the Lilith character, you will love Borderlands 3. But for most of us,
Yeah.
we don't love her that much, so...
I mean, she's cool, but...
She wasn't too. You play 3, though, you start to get a different opinion.
Uh-huh.
I get a different opinion from the very start. I know just enough Borderlands lore to know that something's not right.
Well, they focused it all on that one character. They kind of make you, the player's actions, mute. You go through that game going like, no, she didn't do that, I did that. You're treating me like I do not exist, but I'm the player character.
I mean, as far as I know, the cutscenes treat you like you don't exist either.
Oh, yeah.
It's true, because the whole point is there's 2 sirens that are stealing the powers of other sirens, and yet your playable character can be a siren.
Yeah, that's who I played, actually.
And it means nothing to the story?
I did not play the game. I've only heard secondhand accounts from 2 of my friends who absolutely adore the Borderlands series, and they despise 3. You can play a siren?
Oh, you could, yeah.
You can play siren in every game.
I mean, I know that you can play a siren in 1 and 2, obviously, but you can play a siren in 3, but the whole game is
About sirens, yeah.
Oh my god.
And stealing the siren power. It's weird. It doesn't make sense at all, but that's how it is. And it's... that was the last game I played. This is not the Borderlands podcast.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
Although I pray that maybe Borderlands, whatever the fuck the new Borderlands is called, the Dragon Keep, whatever. They're just taking Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, that DLC, and turning it into a full game.
Which I'm excited for, personally.
Hopefully that's good.
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully it's good.
I don't have high expectations for it, but, I mean, after Borderlands 3, my expectations for the Borderlands series have dropped significantly. I would take a pretty good Borderlands game at this point, because honestly...
I just hope the movie's funny. It won't be, but I can hope.
They've got some weird pics of the movie.
The whole thing is weird. Why Borderlands? Why is that the movie? Anyway, that's my list. It's basically everything on my fucking Steam wish list, and anything that I own ever is a game that I need to beat, but haven't yet. Speaking of Borderlands, let's go to the border.
I was really excited to see how you were going to make that work.
What border specifically? What?
Of sanity.
Come on, Donut. Please, tell us where that
Yeah.
segue was going.
He refuses.
Take us to the Twilight Zone.
Oh god, okay. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead with my list then. I have, I don't know how many games on Steam, and I haven't played most of them, but when we had the HoH Secret Santa, Psych Romaniac, I believe is how you pronounce the end of that username. Thank you again, Psych, was my Secret Santa. So my focus right now is going to be on those games because they were gifts, which is why I played the crap out of Phasmophobia, because somebody gave it to me, and so I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a wasted gift. The two that I really want to focus on are Hollow Knight and Return of the Obra Dinn. Hollow Knight, I think everybody knows what Hollow Knight is, but Return of the Obra Dinn is made by Lucas, is it Pope? The same guy who made Papers, Please. And so it's monochromatic, and what happens is you are on a ship called the Obra Dinn, and people keep dying. And you have to use your deductive reasoning as well as a stopwatch that lets you go to the moment that a person died to figure out who's killing people and what exactly is happening.
That sounds neat.
Yeah!
Oh, I've heard about that.
I don't really have a better summary than that because I haven't started it yet, to be honest with you. I'm currently trying to complete Rogue Legacy 2 because I loved the first one, and I need to finish The Binding of Isaac Repentance, and that was the last DLC that came out, but part of me doesn't want to finish that one because then once I have completed The Binding of Isaac, where else do I have to go?
Whenever they release another DLC for The Binding of Isaac.
There's not supposed to be any more.
There's not supposed to be a lot of things, but...
Think of the money!
My list is very short right now because I want to get through my gift games so that they were not a wasted gift. Thank you again, Psych.
We have to gift her more games, clearly. I guess that only leaves one person left.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's you.
That's literally... I think that's what that game's supposed to be called, right? GTFO? I played that once. That was a gift as well, maybe like a year ago. And I bought it for another friend because it was bought for me. I was like, okay, we'll all play this together. I've played 25 minutes of it. We played it that one time. The man who bought it for me is a fellow Freeman. Thank you, Ben. He got that for me, and he had problems getting it to work, and we never quite solved that. And so that one time, I was like, oh, this is not working out, and this keeps crapping out, and it's crashing. So we just kind of sped run through, suicided the first level, and never went back to it. But now, people are getting into it again. I've got the game. There's more people that have got it. I'm like, okay, I would like to actually play this and see a little bit more about what this is about. I've seen the YouTubers and streamers like Mark, Bob, and Wade. They're going through it, and it looks difficult, for me anyway, but it does seem pretty interesting. Survival horror, tried not to make a sound, very reliant on stealth.
Leroy Jenkins?
You know what, that's kind of how I play sometimes, so I don't know how I'm going to do in this, but I'm definitely going to try to be quiet. You basically fight a bunch of fungus people is what they look like to me. But I know next to nothing about the story, rather than you are 4 unlucky people sent into a very dark place full of fungus people, and you're trying to grab something for the person who put you down there. And the last thing is Risk of Rain 2. And that is something I have played the shit out of, and I only need to finish it because I got one achievement left to get.
Wow.
Which one's that?
That is kill the final boss with the captain's drop. And I have been robbed of that twice, and I think that has discouraged me from going through it again. One time I got him, I had the lightning rod equipment, and so it hit at the same time and killed him, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, that didn't count for that because the lightning counted. The next time, I had on an artifact that allowed enemies to come into the final arena, and the motherfucker got killed by a random enemy instead of me.
Oh.
Like one of those void reavers, the little time crabs came out, and I was like, no, get away from it, and it killed them. I was like, oh, cool!
Oh, man. I don't know shit about Risk of Rain 2 other than I think it's a roguelike, but yeah, I feel that.
It's like a roguelike arena shooter?
It gets intense. It gets real intense.
It's fucking fun, but damn, does it get intense. Especially considering the first one's a 2D platformer kind of game, and then it goes to 3D. It's a weird shift, but damn, is it fun.
They have an update coming out, actually pretty soon here, introducing like a whole new levels and item system. Well, not system, but level of items that you can get. They sound really interesting. I'll definitely pay for it. They deserve it. They've been doing content for a long time now. Still enjoy the game.
That's good.
Speaking of games we've been playing, outside of this podcast, we do actually talk to each other.
What? We do?
Impossible.
Friends!
Entirely possible. We're kind of split in half where we're at, so I'm going to start with the left side of the split, which is myself, Freeman, and Dizzy went on a submarine and went on an adventure.
Oh, God.
We had a jolly old time, and
I stabbed a man.
Dizzy almost got
A
arrested.
person. I stabbed a person.
I pointed a shotgun at somebody,
You broke up a fight.
broke up a couple fights.
I need context.
Donut prevented me from stabbing the person.
Freeman, Diz, and I got Barrel Trauma when it was on sale. It's a game where you manage a submarine, essentially.
Complex mechanics.
You're on Europa. It's frozen above, so the only place to go is below in the ocean. And you pilot your submarine to different places on the map, and there's little outposts and whatever, and you get missions to go there to kill the aliens or to drop prisoners off at one point or drop packages off. The Freemans had a game night, and they said, we're going to do Barotrauma. Let's go. It'll be a great time. Freeman was there. I was there.
The Iro, yeah, that's actually one of the custom ones made. We did not make it. One of ours found it, though he is getting into the sub-editor. He's trying to make his own.
Oh, please, let him make something glorious. So we went on just an adventure for, I think, 3 hours, doing random missions, Dizzy trying to cut somebody.
Look.
How did
we
that
started
start? How? What happened?
Okay, so what happened was I was with my new friend Wes. Hi, Wes. And I believe what happened was they insulted my outfit, and then I called them a bitch, and then we started stabbing each other with screwdrivers because I didn't know what else to do because I wasn't an important member of the crew and I was getting kind of bored. So I stabbed a person.
This happened next to the reactor, by the way.
Yeah, they had a fight in the reactor room with a fucking nuclear reactor going. Freeman's
What?
back there trying to fucking fix it and put new shit in it. Wires are coming off it. Dizzy stabbing Wes, and I'm standing there with my shotgun, just pointing at it, being like, "Stop it!"
I
Stop
ended up
it.
handcuffed.
You ended
It
up
was a good
handcuffed.
time.
Here's the thing: you handcuffed yourself.
That was not meant to be part of the story. It was fun and sexy until you told everyone I'm dumb.
Don't know how you handcuffed yourself. Seems kind of hard when you only got two hands.
If you hit the use button, it puts it on you.
That's true.
You might be a danger, and you were.
Dizzy stabbing, Freeman's pulling wires, I'm pointing a shotgun, Lava's just shooting randomly into the ocean, the captain's piloting the ship, trying not to hit shit.
Our medic was giving us addictions.
Yeah, our medic was stabbing people with morphine and shit.
You want some opiates? We have opiates.
Oh yeah, he was giving people opium, and then there was just a clown walking around honking their horn every now and again to give people buffs.
The clown was the best member of the crew, and I refused to take any questions.
So that's Barotrauma. That's what a game night with the Freemans is like.
I just want to point out that Diz was stabbing someone in a room with a nuclear reactor, and I feel like she could have come up with a more elaborate death.
Well, we did have deaths.
We had deaths. I fell out of the world. Freeman drowned somehow.
And was ripped in half.
Oh yeah, Freeman got ripped in half, and
You
then
what?
Lava brought his half a body onto the ship to use as bait. If you're ever curious what a game night with the Freemans is like, that's pretty on par.
We didn't sink the ship. That
We
was the
didn't
goal.
sink the ship, which accomplished that part, although we got close a couple times.
I didn't successfully kill anyone.
Out of everything, I'm surprised that you didn't sink the ship. Like, everything went wrong, but at least the ship was intact.
We got close a couple times. But hey, just take a couple welders, shoot that shit up, we're good.
Incredible.
On the other quadrant, we've all been hunting ghosts together, which has
Yes.
been a time and a half, let me tell you. From Dizzy turning randomly into bait and also being weirdly fearless at times,
I am brave and stupid.
Luna getting murdered constantly by the ghosts.
God, it happened like 3 times in one night.
Oh.
Came for them cheeks, baby.
Nick's probably the safest person that's actually going to go into the house.
Oh no! No!
Hold on,
Not
hold on.
necessarily.
I'm going to
You
get
need-
to my... Hey, I'm going to get to myself.
But-
I said the safest person that's going to go into the house.
He did specify.
He did.
This is not about you. This is about Nick. Everyone in HoH, you think Nikki 5X. You're like, oh, sweet, soft-spoken, funny, nice. Oh, no, sweetheart. As soon as he gets in that ghost house, he's like, hey, bitch, get over here.
He's talking to the ghost, by the way.
That's aggressive.
I am very polite. I do not call people bitches. I will call them everything else, but I don't call people bitches.
We walked into, I think it was Ridgeview House,
I
and
will
you just
threaten
started being like, yo, this bitch of a ghost, where's she at?
Guys, I think you're confusing Nick with me. I'm the guy who picks up the spirit box, walks in the house, and asks the ghosts, does it look like a bitch?
This is true.
Is this why you die?
Yes, because I ask if it looks like a bitch, and it says, why don't you look for yourself?
Dang.
Tell that to my face.
And then, on top of that, we have Freeman over here antagonizing people, being like, hey, you see
Hello.
that drawing on the ground? Why don't you go stand near that? I'm just going to light the candles around it real quick.
Okay, if you fall for that, that's your fault.
May Zim rest in peace.
May Sim rest in peace.
I missed this story.
I was training them for survival.
May I tell it?
Please do.
So what had happened was, Zim was playing the game for the first time, and Freeman says, Zim, come here. I need you to take a picture of something, because in this game you need to take pictures of ghosts and ghost-related things. On the ground, there's a fucking summoning circle with candles all around it. And Zim says, Freeman, am I supposed to stand here? And Freeman says, yeah, it'll be fine. Hang on a second.
This is true.
When you light all the candles around the summoning circle, the ghost spawns and begins to hunt. Zim did not stand a chance. He trusted you!
No, wait. There's more to this. Because everyone was there. I made sure we were all there.
So we all equally had a chance to die.
That's exactly right.
I was not there.
No,
I went to the van.
did you? I thought you were all there.
Absolutely not, I went to the van.
I did tell everyone to run as soon as I lit that.
Freeman is equally the guy that will save us all from death, but also puts us the closest to death every time.
It's exhilarating.
That's Freeman. And then there's me. I'm the smart one that's staying in the truck where it's safe.
Smart is a word, I guess.
Now, I go into the house and I do shit.
Yeah.
Look, there's lights in the truck, there's Christmas season in the truck, I want to stay in the truck.
Not no more.
Nope, all the Christmas stuff is gone.
There's one more thing we have to talk about. Freeman, you need to join us for this, or we need to have a Freeman game night to do this, but myself, Nick, Luna, Dizzy, and a couple other people, other friends of the podcast, have been playing a fun series of games called Jackbox.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
There's some things that I don't think we should say happen.
We need to do a separate, explicitly not safe for work podcast to talk about Jackbox games.
Agreed.
We should just do a recording of us playing Jackbox and see what happens.
I agree with that.
We could do that.
I think 8 people can play Freeman.
If you want to
Okay.
get some Freemans together, I can find us a big size game to play.
Okay.
But what I've learned through playing Jackbox is Nick
Goes
doesn't even
nuclear.
hesitate.
I go nuclear at the beginning. I set the stage, and then I regret it for the rest of the night.
Nick's the guy that goes into Wingstop and he sees the board, right? And it goes from like mild to atomic. And he just cuts that shit down from 99% down. He's like, atomic, please. You start so fast.
Well, you gotta do this, Nick.
Listen, you gotta get to the good stuff. You can't start out being nice. You gotta hit it hard and hit it fast.
Look, question 1, Hitler.
If the answer can be Hitler, and it will get you points, you say Hitler.
To be fair, a lot of the games are like voting games, and we did vote for him.
We did.
I won
so
that
maybe
round.
we're the bad people.
You voted for Hitler?
You poo-poo Nick for
They all voted for Hitler.
pulling out the nuclear option round 1, but he won with the nuclear option.
I will say that I was prepped for this by Cards Against Humanity. I played a lot of that a few years ago. There is no soft option starting with that. That is nuclear right away also.
That is also true. The other thing I've learned from playing Jackbox is from one Luna.
Hey.
So the one thing I've learned from you, Luna, you don't understand anatomy.
Oh, here we go.
It's not that bad.
It's really
It
bad.
was pretty bad.
was pretty fucking
I'll do something with the image because I've been taking screenshots because I've been hosting the games. We were playing a drawing game. Luna does not know what a woman looks like.
Hey.
Luna's only like 17. Leave him alone.
He's not 17.
Let Disney believe I'm 17 just this once.
You're 17 forever.
We won't get into the specifics, but
17 season 8.
It's the foot.
yeah, we'll call it the foot. It looked like a foot.
No, feet are hard to draw. It's okay.
Luna has never seen a foot. He's never caressed a foot. Never held a foot close at night.
I'm going to stop you there, Miss Diz, so you don't incriminate yourself. The thing I've learned from you, Miss Diz,
Yes.
is that you love dick jokes.
This is not
This
new
is not new.
information.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, okay. You want something that you've learned? You love to put your friends, me, into situations where I'm getting banged.
I like to add a little spice, and that spice is my friends.
Also, you are a donut. You have a hole that's just open for everybody.
Perfectly glazed.
We know what those images look
But
like.
why are so many of those questions about me?
Those are just the ones that get chosen. I put everybody in there.
That's true. So, Freeman, clearly you have to join.
Yes,
It sounds it.
Please.
please.
And I guess, does anyone else have anything they want to talk about? Or is it time for the question of the podcast?
I guess it's time for the question.
What question might that be?
Well, I realized after Freeman's last question he asked about 100 duck-sized horses or horse-sized
Oh, no.
No.
I realized that we need a good question to just, like, really bring everything together.
You should have let me know. I could have come up with something.
Oh, I got something.
Okay.
Look, I'm the hostess with the mostest. I got this.
Go on.
It only feels appropriate to start with you then, Freeman. Would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
If I'm the clown, I have to be in there with the bull?
Yeah,
Because I've seen that comic where they just let the cowboy buy it.
you're the clown who distracts the bull. The guy falls off. You gotta make sure that he leaves with as many holes as he enters with.
I guess I gotta be the cowboy then. I gotta go with that cowboy because at least if the clown's there, bull's gonna be after him.
Hey, Nick,
What up?
would you rather be the clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
Oh, that's an easy one. You be the cowboy, because the clown's got to do this over and over and over throughout the night. The cowboy only has one time he's got to go in, and then he's got 10 seconds, and then he gets the fuck out like a smart person.
Sounds like my ex.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hey, Luna,
Mm-hmm.
did McDonald's give you clown juice or are the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl?
Did the what?
Wait, what?
Could you repeat that, please?
Let me translate for you. I was speaking Canadian. Would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
We're just silence trying to figure you out right now, Donut.
You haven't seen that? The Vine of the guy, can't believe McDonald's. I asked for Sprite, they gave me clown juice, and he pulls the straw and he goes,
I have not.
No, I haven't seen that.
I'll post that later. But for now, Luna,
I'm still baffled by what you first said to me.
I'll let you think about it. Hey, Miss Diz,
Yeah.
would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
I'm gonna ride the bull because I'm scared of clowns.
But you get to be the clown. That's different.
It is not what happens if I look in a mirror.
Overcome your fear.
No.
Be that which you fear.
No.
All right, Luna, we're back to you already.
So here's my thought process, right? If I'm the cowboy, they make me get on the bull, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to get on that.
And then when the cowboy gets bucked off of the bull, the clown jumps into the ring and distracts the bull.
Yeah.
What if, because as the cowboy, they have to make me get on the bull, but I can just not get in the ring as the clown, right?
No, you have to.
Well, what if I just didn't?
But you have to.
But what if I just
Luna,
didn't?
see, Luna,
That little
the
comic
part
strip and memes is what happens.
the thing about hypotheticals is there's not a third secret option. It's really the two. Fun is supposed to be in figuring out which of those two you're going to pick.
Well, see, I'm not very athletic, so either way, I'm screwed.
Choose the bull.
Yeah, I will just be the bull. How about that?
I don't want to ride Luna. I will be the clown.
I mean, you gotta really grab that bull's balls to get to buck like that, so...
You know what? I changed my mind. I'll be the cowboy. Then I can just go in there and just be like, yeet me off, Mr. Bull. And then he'll throw me like 5 feet away and I'll just crawl.
Don't crawl, because he'll fucking come for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I'll be the cowboy. Fuck, I don't want to be the clown.
So it's unanimous.
That means it's not a good question.
I'll be the clown.
There we go.
Honk honk.
Thanks, Freeman.
You're welcome.
But you'll scare Diz.
I'm afraid!
That's what influenced my decision.
Scaring Dizzy?
Getting Dizzy to face her fears.
Fuck Dizzy in particular.
And Buttercup. I believe Buttercup is horribly afraid of clowns.
Yes, he is.
I'll save you,
Oh.
Buttercup.
How can you save her when you're going to be equally afraid?
Look, I can do any number of scary things to save that rat.
One of you will be put into danger by me, the clown, and the other one will have to save the other one. See, you'll have to overcome your fear to save the other one.
I would do anything for those titties.
See?
That's just what it is.
This is perfect.
There you go.
And now was a good question.
There you go.
I guess that's where we'll end it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of the HoH Podcast. Name still pending. Hey, see you later, Freeman.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good talking to you, Miss Diz.
See ya.
It was a good evening, Nick.
I will see you guys later.
Hey, Luna.
I've always been a strong advocate for calling it the HoCast.
I also like the HoCast.
We'll
Yeah.
see you hoes later. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.